Myself Sarma Mohit Kumar. I'm second year medical student. What is your name? Jagdish. Today I will perform cerebral testing. System is the part of the motor system and it is responsible for the normal rhythmic movement and steady posture. To assess the cerebral system, we have to assess the coordination. In this video, we will perform the rapid alternating movement, point-to-point movement, gait and other related body movement and standing in specified ways. And how to strike one hand on the thigh, raise the hand, turn it over and then strike the back of the hand down on the same place. Urge the patient to repeat these alternating movements as rapidly as possible. Observe the speed, rhythm, and smoothness of the movement. Repeat with the other hand. The non-dominant hand may perform less well. In cerebral disease, instead of alternating quickly, these movements are slow, irregular, and clumsy, an abnormality called dysdiadochonesia. Dysdiadochonesia. Show the patient how to tap the distal joint of the thumb with the tip of the index finger again as rapidly as possible. Again, observe the speed, rhythm, and smoothness of the movement. The non dominant side often perform less well. Ask the patient to tap the ball of each foot in turn as quickly as possible on your hand or the floor. Not any slowness or awkwardness. Normally, the feet do not perform as well as the hand. Just diadochonesia point to cerebral disease. Touch your index finger and then his or her nose alternately several times. Move your finger so that the patient has to change direction and extend the arm fully to reach your finger. Observe the accuracy and smoothness of movement and watch for any tremor. In cerebral disease, movement are clumsy, unsteady, and inappropriately variable in their speed, force, and direction. In dysmetria, the patient's fingers may initially overshoot the mark but then reach it fairly well. Hold your finger in so that the patient can touch it with one arm and finger outstretched. Ask the patient to raise the arm overhead and lower it. Again to touch your finger. After several repeats, ask the patient to close both eyes and try several more times. Repeat on the other side. Normally the patient touches the examiner's finger successfully with eyes open or closed. This maneuver tests position, sense, and the function of both the labyrinth of the inner ear and the cerebellum. The patient to place one heel on the opposite knee, then run it down the shin to the big toe. Observe this movement for smoothness and accuracy. Repetition with the patient, eyes closed. Test for position, sense. Repeat on other side. Ask the patient to walk across the room or down the hall, then turn and come back. Observe posture, balance, swinging of the arms and movement of the legs. Normally, balance is intact. The arms swing symmetrically at the sides and turn are smooth. uncoordinated gait with reeling, and instability is ataxia. Ataxia is seen in cerebrals and intoxication. Next, walk heel to toe in a straight line called tandem walking. Tandem walking. Tandem walking may reveal ataxia that is not otherwise obvious. Ask walk on the toe, then on the heel. This tests plantar flexion and dorsiflexion of the ankle as well as balance. Walking on the toe and heels may reveal distal leg weakness. Inability to heel walk is sensitive test for corticospinal tract damage. Ask the patient hop in place on each foot in turn. If the patient is not to heal, this tests proximal and distal muscle strength in the legs and requires both normal position sense and cerebral function. Difficulty often point to weakness, lack of position sense, or cerebral dysfunction. At last, the next, do a on one leg, then on the other. Steady the patient if you think the patient might fall. Difficulty doing shallow knee bend suggests proximal weakness, extensors of the hip, weakness of the quadriceps, extensor of the knee, or both. Lumbar test. This is mainly a test of position sense. The patient should first stand with feet together and eyes open and then close both eyes for 30 to 60 seconds without support. Note that patient ability to maintain an upright posture. Normally any swaying is minimal. In ataxia from dorsal column disease and loss of position sense, vision compensates for the sensory loss. The patient stands fairly well with eyes open but loses balance when they are closed. A positive Romberg sign. In cerebellar ataxia, the patient has difficulty standing with feet together whether the eyes are open or closed. Patients should stand for 20 to 30 seconds with eyes closed and both arms held straight forward with palms up. Normally, patient hold this arm position well. If necessary, patient can be tested in the sitting position. Next, instruct the patient to keep the arms out and eyes shut and tap the arms briskly downward. The arms normally return smoothly to the horizontal position. This response requires muscular strength, coordination, and good position sense. Pronator drift occur when one forearm and palm turn inward and down and is both sensitive and specific for a corticospinal tract in the contralateral hemisphere. Down drift of the arm with flexion of finger and elbow is also seen.